nawe kutesita simanza timimba inange nawe inamufunsa yo pepenezo chaya penezo tesita pamene unalasisa nyeleti anakambate so enevo siniviziva inevo hivyo ni vanu hivyo munivale kwenu okay na talk time nyama yaro kama na imu okay
Good evening, depending on wherever you're watching us from. This is Brian Moyo, aka Baby B. Today I'm joined by Chales D. He's an upcoming comedian, so we're going to be interviewing the youngster and find out more about his talent, about his comedy career, and some of the challenges that the youngster is facing. Chales D, welcome.
Yes, good morning, my viewers. This is Chales D at Mungure Village.
I can deeply tell he's an upcoming comedian because he's already stealing my viewers. They're not your viewers, they're my viewers. What's your problem, youngster? Okay, welcome to Jimmy 250 TV and Zambian Empire TV as well. So, Chales D, what grade are you doing, first of all?
I'm in grade 8.
Oh, yeah, grade 8. At which school?
At Namnunga Day Secondary School.
Namnunga Day Secondary School. Yes. Yeah, and maybe somebody among the viewers that are watching us may be wondering to say, Chales D, he seems to be young. How old are you?
My age is 15 years.
So you're just 15 years old and you're in grade 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, at what age did you start doing your comedy?
I started doing comedy when I was young. Yeah.
You are still young. What I mean when I say at what age? Because right now you're 15. Maybe you started around 8 years, 10.
Yeah, that was 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So like when you started doing your comedy at 7 years, how did some of the family members take it? Did they just take it for a joke, or was it respected, and were you given support?
They took it as a joke.
And then were you given support or anything?
No, I wasn't given support.
So until today, you started at 7 years, until today you're still standing as a comedian, an upcoming comedian. What kind of support do you receive from your parents?
Yeah, they just say that do something about your comedy. I'm seeing you, my son, that you have any talent of being a comedian.
So like they just tell you to say, keep on doing what you're doing. We're seeing this talent in you, but like have they given any support to you, like physical support, maybe money, material support, or mental support, like mentoring you to say, no, this is how they go about comedy, any kind of support of that way?
No, they just say that, okay, it's just for a comedian. Concentrate on school.
So apart from your parents telling you to say you are a comedian, they are seeing a comedian in you, you also need to concentrate on school. What else?
Like just being on concentrate on school. No, it's not just like that. You would find that you tell them that, but in studios they need to interview me, but they need money. You find that they'll tell you that, but this time we don't have money. You always say that you always say that you need money by the time that you don't have money. That's all.
So when you tell your parents to say there's a certain studio where I'm needed to go and have an interview with those guys, they tell you to say we don't have money, you're always asking money, where things are a little bit harsh, we don't have money as a family, then you're asking for money, right?
Yes.
So when you started doing your comedy at 7 years, have you ever done your comedy at school, church?
I always do comedy at school.
So like how many friends do you have, those that know to say, okay, Chales D is a comedian, and how many know at your school to say you are a comedian?
They are men friends.
So do you have any school clubs where you participate as a comedian?
No, this is when we are planning to go in school clubs.
Do you have any support from your school, you being a comedian? Do you have teachers who inspire you? Do you have friends in class who tell you to say, Chales D, keep up with what you're doing, don't stop?
It's like those teachers in our school, they just like laughing. You tell them, they laugh that you are a true comedian, but they can't say that, hey, you should, as for us, we should give you support. No.
So like, what do you think? You feel, or you believe to say they feel jealousy for you?
Yes, it's like it's jealousy.
It's like it's jealousy, so you ain't sure?
Yes.
And then, like, what does your dad say about this, you being a comedian? Because I know most of the times when a youth is doing something. Take for instance, you're doing music. Yeah, you yourself, you're doing comedy. Parents, most especially like fathers, they intend to take it for a joke. They wouldn't want you to be doing that. They would want to see you, doing a white collar job. What is the word from your father? What has been your father saying about everything?
As for my father, you see, my father doesn't say anything because and me, we're boys. If he starts saying anything, we can punch ourselves, you see. So he can't say anything to her and for me.
So you're saying he's a truly comedian. Yeah, he's truly a comedian. He's saying he can't say anything to his father. The father can't say anything to him because I don't know who is afraid of who, because he wouldn't like to stand toe to toe with his father. So you're saying your mother has been the one who is supporting your talent from day one.
Yeah. So as if my father. My father, he can't start saying, hey, you, what else are you doing? As for me, I can tell you that, hey, you are a boy, and for me, I'm a boy. You just want to do on your own, and as for me, I'll do on my own. So, just telling ourselves, when you see him, I just greet him, I go. That's what we do.
Oh, so it's like, hey, mind your business. Yeah. When he's trying to enter into whatever you're doing, like, hey, stop there, back off. That's my business.
Yes, that's how we do with my father.
So do you like it the way you're handling things with your father? Because I personally think and believe to say, for you to obtain whatever you want to obtain as a comedian, as a musician, dancer, you need blessings from both your parents, your mother and the father at the same time. So what do you think about that?
But they are not all who like just to blessing that my son, I bless you. No, you would find that your father, you see, some fathers, what they do, they say that kama ichaka kazankara na ndrama na kanje zikapanisha kakanga bombo kuchira ka kamugula saka yaunga pa bonja pa sikazamoni pasa udi ngayoti choka hapo mayona ka so newe mangadira kambiri.
But doesn't it mean if you are achieving in life with your talent, helping your father, buying meal in the house, bringing money, it's something that is supposed to make your father feel happy, because he's going to know to say, at least beside my son being a comedian, even if I never wanted my son to be a comedian, I've raised a man.
Yes, that's true, but yeah, other parents, they're different, you see, they're not same. Because you on your own, your name is Brian, and my father's name is Kosam, so there's different. Have you seen?
So anyways, I understand you. There's always a saying which says the difference of the names is also the difference of the outer appearance of somebody's face. Yes. And when people's faces are different, it means even their hearts are different as well. Yes. Sure. So what kind of support do you need? Do you need material support, mental support? As in, when I say mental support, somebody to mentor you to say, Charles D, this is how we go about comedy. This is what is supposed to be done when you're on the stage. Or maybe if it's material, they print something out for you, t-shirts, banner, flyers. What do you want?
As if you say, it's me to help me in printing, in shirts. Print many things, to have things on my own like studios, cameras, to make comedies, to put effort with what I'm doing. So you find that if you don't have money, you can't put effort, you can't do anything. That's how it is. So if anybody say that I want to help you, Charles D, I can say yes.
So what are some of your plans? Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years to come in the future?
In the next 5 years or 10 years to come in the future, what I always think is this: it is to make things in life to be changed, you see. As if you find that for example, you're making music, you don't have a studio. You find that any musician who has been brought to anybody have got their own studio on his own. So that's when you find that as for you as a comedian, you also need to have a studio. When you make a mistake, it's not the control. And my computers because computer you see. Yes. So when you don't have those things, you can't manage. Yeah.
So what do you think about the comedians that we have in Zambia? Are you happy with them, or maybe you're not happy with them?
I'm happy with them because they're also comedians.
So like, do you have any comedians who are inspiring you? Talk for instance, we've got Vaema, we've got Chimpwena, we've got so many comedians in Zambia. So like, who is that particular, comedian who inspires you?
But now I don't have.
You don't have, but you watch comedy.
Yes, I watch comedy because I don't have any comedians. As if when you was not having a phone, you can't be able to see those guys. But this is when I've bought a phone. Yes.
So it means you can only have access to other comedians when you've got a phone.
Yes, because you can't call that person when you don't have any phone.
But I think or believe it's not just a matter of calling them, but it's a matter of watching. Because when you're watching someone, you get to understand the thing that you are venturing into, and then you get to see how that person started and where they are.
Yes.
So, like, have you ever watched Trevor Noah before?
Which one?
Trevor Noah is a comedian.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
Yes. Unless I'm in Chimpwena, in disco, yeah, we've not done.
So, since you're saying you've watched Vaima, Chimpwena, Talk of Difficulty, and Big Eloni, who would you like to be? Like, take for instance the level of fame, how they are known, like Vaima,
yes,
or Chimpwena, or Talk of Big Eloni and Difficulty.
Like being Vaima or Chimpwena, because those guys, they're also good.
Vaima or Chimpwena?
Yes.
That's great. So, you're saying you only have support from a mother and not your father. If someone was to ask you to say, what kind of help can I give you or support, you said material support, right?
Yes, it's material support.
Yeah, so if someone was to come today and tell you, Charles D,
yeah,
I'm going to be having a show, I want you to come and perform, would you do that? And how much would you charge them?
I can charge them a lot of money because as for me, I need material.
Are you going to be charging them a lot of money because of you needing material, or you're going to be charging them because you just want to do the thing that you love to do? Yes. Comedy.
Yes, I can charge them because as for me, I will need to do things that can bring me my future well. That's all.
So what do you think of your comedy? Do you do your comedy for money, or you do your comedy to help somebody out there who is sad, at least to put a smile on their face?
Yes, that's what I do, somebody to put a smile on their face.
But don't you think if you're going to be doing it to put a smile on somebody's face, you don't need to overcharge people?
Yes, that's how we do. No need of charging.
But you just said a few seconds ago you're going to charge a lot of money, but now you're saying you wouldn't charge.
Because you see, as if when you are starting, you can think that if you are bora vambiri depends on material, but it's kama kumakala kuziba mona. Like that if you are bora zambiri drama zikabwera over, that's when umuntu said charge per perfect payment, uamucheza pa ikulu so that will blow. Ungali na material, maiona kandi mumangalira. So that's how it is. Yeah.
So we're going to steal some time from my viewers. Maybe 2-3 minutes. I'm going to give you a chance. I want you to do something for my viewers.
Hello? Ndimo wanda? Maya mfuna waziwa zina ina sini kuzivani? So zote zina wa magulisa? Maezi manje nyachani manje. So ya masimu lauti David Zambia anagulisa maezi. Ndepeni mawapela lauti nene maezi wa magulisa. Nikira nkoni. From nowhere ache mulizepo chefo na dinifuno ziwa maezi na mainazina yako. Ni mwanda invest wa minimu. Badinesi na kuziweni poni we. So mkama kuti ndimwe wapongozi kosa ziva yapeza kati bwanji kadina mimba osa kalipa na imwe na muko mbara we na imwe muna vitaya mkalipa vitani chili nani kanitela mtima mnyama na imwe weekend pansi Maze kuli kutuma phone ya maota ndiwe ndani nagai bwe pano kupasadi mimba ndeve muna wauzira ndiwe ndani Simozo ona mai wanu potuma phone manatuma na ulemu tasowa pongozi vakazi makala ovuta nchani kansi we naye musitingadirina naye mupasani kono pongozi vamuna vanafa tasowa msheta so we achidamo naye mweyo yanu iyo we muno ni mabadi mai mwana mngazachisa kuti ndira vombodipita masaramu ulibe mwezi wa mtengo wangu mbemwe we achidamo we dazwai batonga ndi movuta muzi bachengo mbemwe vyocha yanu we achidamo we yakanga awe koza zifu mwana wanu na mimba ine namuza tekantesteko zikuti kutesita mimba ngagera so neziniviziona kwevichokera njevere ine so apa mwilili momkamba tinyamoguda vamatevera vamwana ivo ikoda pasiti wanu tuni sungi wache dhili njesi wache maini nzevichusa kuti vomumpasa we waisana kane kutesita zimwanza timimba inangena awe inamufunsa yo penezo chaya penezo tesita pamene unalasisa nyereti anakamba te so enevo siniviziva inevo ivo ni vanu ivo munivale kwenu okay na talk time nyama yaro kama naye okay
There you had it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Charles D with a sample of his comedy. So I hope you enjoyed it. Charles D.
Yes.
Is there anything that you would like to tell the viewers?
Yes, there's something that I can like to tell the viewers.
Yeah.
As for you, the viewers, my viewers, our viewers, it's like this. As if
for us, we go for a short commercial. We'll be joining you back shortly.
Contact with him and tell him but that way you made a mistake. Instead of stating stupidity, you control him. Any person makes mistake. But as for you, some of you like saying stupid. No, that's not good. If you find that he has made a mistake, control him. You just tell him because there's no anybody that doesn't make a mistake. Even you have made a mistake. Just control that person.
Well, there you have it, an advice from an upcoming comedian, Charles D. He's saying, please, when he makes a mistake, the best thing you can do is advise the youngster. Don't call him names, don't call him stupid, don't call him whatever, but approach him, tell him to say, oh, youngster, I think it can be much better if you do A, B, C, D, to work out better than you did. Then, there is something that I would like to tell our viewers. We are not just doing videos, we're doing almost everything now. If you've got a party, kitchen party, a wedding, matebeto, chidanga mudilo, we do pictures, we do videos for weddings, parties, kitchen parties, matebeto, chidanga mudilo. So please, we're going to give you our number. I'll make sure that it's going to be indicating on the screen at the end of this program. Then I would like to thank our sponsors, Tatenda Park. Make sure, guys, you visit Tatenda Park. If you haven't visited Tatenda Park, it's one place that you need to visit. When you reach 10 miles, you turn to your left. It's a few meters away, I think 15k, something like that. Then if you don't know where it is, when you reach by 10 miles, the number is going to be showing as well on the screen. Make sure you reach at that number. We'll direct you, we'll take you where the Tatenda Park is located. It's a very nice park. They've got everything that you need to see: crocodiles, giraffes, they've got zebras, they've got so many animals. A lot to mention. Please make sure you visit Tatenda. And then my viewers, my special viewers, make sure please to subscribe, like, comment and share before everything. Shalom, shalom. Thank you.